California braces for potentially heavy rains with a Super El Niño forecast this winter. Concerns over flooding in one San Diego community are mounting.
People who live in Grantville say their flood control channel is overgrown with debris and vegetation, and they're asking the city to do something about it. Tonight, News 8's Richard Allen takes a closer look at the problem and how the city is responding.
Well, that's right. Take a look for yourself. You can see the overgrown vegetation here in the Alvarado Canyon storm drain here in Grantville. Now, neighbors and residents along this channel say that if action's not taken soon, they are bracing for potential flooding this winter.
Yeah, always. I mean, there's only so much you can do, only so many complaints we can make.
Haley Forson has worked here along the Alvarado Canyon storm drain for the past 7 years and has witnessed the area flood like it did back in December 2019.
It gets pretty rough. Winter is pretty scary. We're right here, so when it gets high, we're really close to the edge. I've seen it as close as like a foot to the top, and my car's right here, so I get extra scared.
She says that fear is extending into the coming winter season as forecasters warn a Super El Niño could bring torrential rains while debris and vegetation in the flood channel keep piling up.
It was pretty clear for a while, but lately the vegetation has been growing pretty high, and when it does, and then there's also people dumping pretty heavy, so there's like couches in there, chairs, and it gets really backed up.
Our urgent concern here today is the flooding risk to the many residences and business owners in this area.
Kevin Sullivan is part of the Navajo Community Planning Group, which represents Grantville and surrounding communities. He says he's complained to the city through the Get It Done app and is hoping for action.
If it hasn't been inspected or maintained properly, we could have massive amounts of debris causing blockages that increase the flooding risk to this area. So we're concerned.
For its part, the city of San Diego confirms to News 8 that it's aware of these community concerns, adding in a statement that in January of last year, it did remove several large palm trees in response to a resident's request. However, in the words of the city, due to competing priorities and based on engineering analysis, this section of the flood control channel to the east, known as Mission Gorge 3, is not scheduled for routine maintenance until 2030. While maintenance work is scheduled later this year downstream on Mission Gorge 1 and Mission Gorge 2 to the west. At the same time, the city could possibly perform additional minor maintenance on Section 3. Some community members say that maintenance can't come soon enough.
Because over the years, it hasn't gone better at all. It's just gotten worse.
And the city says it also plans to carry out maintenance along some 20 miles of flood control channels throughout the city this fiscal year, adding that it's also preparing for the anticipated Super El Niño, inspecting storm drains and flood control channels, and also clearing out major obstructions wherever possible. Back to you.
Much, Richard.